But the social scientist cannot begin to offer the assurance of a laboratory test. And if his advice is followed, and he is wrong, the consequences may be incalculable. He is in the nature of things far more responsible and far less certain. But more than that, in the laboratory sciences, the student has conquered the dilemma of thought and action. He brings a sample of the action to a quiet place where it can be repeated at will and examined at leisure. But the social scientist is constantly being impaled on a dilemma. If he stays in his library where he has the leisure to think, he has to rely upon the exceedingly casual and meager printed record that comes to him through official reports, newspapers, and interviews. If he goes out into the world where things are happening, he has to serve a long, often wasteful apprenticeship before he is admitted to the sanctum where they are being decided. What he cannot do is to dip into action and out again whenever it suits him. There are no privileged listeners. The man of affairs, observing that the social scientist knows only from the outside what he knows, in part at least, from the inside, recognizing that the social scientist's hypothesis is not in the nature of things susceptible of laboratory proof, and that verification is possible only in the real world, has developed a rather low opinion of social scientists who do not share his views of public policy. In his heart of hearts, the social scientist shares this estimate of himself. He has little inner certainty about his own work. He only half believes in it, and being sure of nothing, he can find no compelling reason for insisting on his own freedom of thought. What can he actually claim for it in the light of his own conscience? His data are uncertain, his means of verification lacking. The very best qualities in him are a source of frustration, for if he is really critical and saturated in the scientific spirit, he cannot be doctrinaire and go to Armageddon against the trustees and the students and the civic federation and the conservative press for a theory of which he is not sure. If you are going to Armageddon, you have to battle for the Lord. But the political scientist is always a little doubtful whether the Lord called him. Consequently, if so much of social science is apologetic rather than constructive, the explanation lies in the opportunities of social science, not in capitalism. The physical scientists achieved their freedom from clericalism by working out a method that produced conclusions of a sort that could not be suppressed or ignored. They convinced themselves and acquired dignity and knew what they were fighting for. The social scientist will acquire his dignity and his strength when he has worked out his method. He will do that by turning into opportunity the need among directing men of the great society for instruments of analysis by which an invisible and made intelligible. But as things go now,